Ladies and gentlemen, KocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, it's half morning show, it's pretty much all BS. And of course, you got half the Koco crew here on it down live. Yours truly, sexiest man on all internet wrestling radio. Boom, boom, here's Shaking the Room live from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. Of course, joining me there, way there across the pond in England, Southern England to be exact, talking about the English stud muffin, LK. What's up, buddy?
Let's chill out on this southern England, because then people are gonna, like, pirates might start like imploding and scrounging all the way to the south of England to show where I live, and I'll be fucking dead by the end of the year. Jesus Christ, they're dropping like flies. Did you hear earlier on about Princess Leia? And I actually legit call her Princess Leia. Princess Leia and her real life mum passing away. What absolute tragic news. Thoughts and prayers for their families. Unbelievable, horrific news.
Carrie Fisher, man, gone way too soon. Good Lord, like 2016 is like, I think I said this like last night when we did our award show. I think I said 2016 was like the Jason Voorhees of years. I mean, it's just absolutely just, I mean, anybody can die at any moment. It's the way it's been.
The thing is, though, that's real life. It's life. Anyone can die at any moment. It's a scary thing to think about, and probably not the best thing to talk about on a damn pro wrestling podcast, but it's fucking life, innit? What can we do? But 205 Live is here, and Booms, I don't think you've joined me for a 205 Live review. I've missed the past 2 weeks. I have watched, however, 1 week I was sick, and last week we didn't do as it was Christmas. So we're back here for the 5th edition of the 205 Live. I think this is the first time, Booms, you've joined me here.
Yeah,
for 205
Live, yeah. Now, and for those of you wondering, well, why are you guys doing 205 Live? That was, well, we were going to do Lucha Underground, and we're still going to do that review. It's just that we have a special guest going to join us, and due to some time constraints, I'm just going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. It's going to be Vinny Massaro from Lucha Underground. He's going to join us. But the problem is he lives on the West Coast, and he has to wait an extra 2 hours before he can watch the episode of Lucha Underground. He's going to review it with us. And if that happens, then it's going to be like 4, almost 5 o'clock in the morning for LK, and that's just way too much. So we'll do it tomorrow when everybody's free and everybody's refreshed. So we'll do that. So we said, hey, what's still left out there? So we decided to take a look at 205 Live. I have seen 205 Live. I saw their inaugural show. I saw another one here, and I saw this one, of course, tonight. I enjoyed the show, but Jesus Christ, that crowd was dead.
That is the major problem.
I know, LK. I know you've criticized, the fans at Full Sail University, but Jesus Christ, give me those fans over this crowd in Chicago that sat on their hands.
The thing is, what makes it even worse is these fans were so mega hot for SmackDown. And the worst thing is, when the camera did the camera span to start off the show, you could see clearly. I apologize about the brightness of the light if I'm blinding anyone. I can't really fucking do anything about it. But you can see the camera span spinning. And as it spins, you could just see people leave and leave and leave. And I'm sat there, I'm scratching my not very long beard, thinking to myself, why the fuck would you leave when you pay to see this show? I don't understand the logic. And it's not because, we have to get the kids home to bed. It's fucking Christmas. It's the day after Boxing Day. No fuckers going to school. It's like, no. Like, you wouldn't do that at boxing. If that was a dark match, you would have stayed. I never understand that.
Yeah, I understand that. And maybe some people have work. I can understand that because I know school's still out. I know, depending on where you go, you're probably not going to go back to school to either like the Monday or Tuesday after New Year's.
Exactly. So I don't know why so many of them were leaving. It was like, why are you leaving? You're about to watch as Mauro Ranallo, the pro wrestling commentator of the year, voted by the Triforce Awards, his greatest accomplishment to date. He says it's the best cruiserweight in the world. And these people, these quote fans, end quote, are leaving the fucking arena. They are leaving the building. Booms, I hope this isn't your death. Over there. I can hear cracking and banging. I hope you're okay over there. No masturbation. It's not allowed. No one else can see, but his camera's turned off. But I can just hear his audio, and it's fucking horrendous. Funny. Unbelievable. But I just don't understand that. And if someone in the comments can maybe explain to me as an Englishman why people are leaving so early. Because the rationale with me is you paid your hard-earned money, sit there and get your money's worth. And I know SmackDown was good, was when you could have got 3. It's like, oh, okay, I'm going to pay for a wrestling show. You have a choice. It either can be 2 hours long, or I'll give you an extra hour for free. You'll be like, fuck, I'll get the free hour. I just don't understand it. But Booms, welcome back. Good to see you're still alive.
Oh, of course. I can only speculate why people are leaving early, but I think some of it could have to do with, look, I really don't know who these people are. I'm not really emotionally invested in this. Let's go ahead and go get our T-shirts. Let's go get in the car so we can go beat traffic. That's just, Chicago's like one of the, most densely populated cities in the United States. So I can understand maybe why they're trying to get out of there. But that, and it's also, this is the equivalent of the 3rd hour on Raw. By this time, you're done. I mean, you're emotionally drained, and you're just like, yeah, let's just go home. Let's just go home. We've already seen the main event. Do I really want to sit around for this taping? I think that's what it could be. But let's get into the actual show itself. Of course, the story going around 205 Live now is Neville's return in heel turn, which I think has been really well done. So we go to the first, and that's coming up a little bit later here, but the first match was Cedric Alexander taking on Tony Nese. I like this feud. I like the match, but there's some issues here. Like Alicia Fox. I like Alicia Fox. I think she's hot. But I really feel like she's been reduced like a prop in her role. It may, I don't know if that makes me a bad person or not, but it just seems like she's just window dressing for Cedric Alexander. And then you got Noam Dar, trying to pursue her. You've got, because it's just been Noam Dar. Okay, Cedric Alexander likes Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox likes Cedric Alexander. But Noam Dar's got the hots for Alicia Fox, so he's kind of creepily like stalking her. There's been some miscues, and I mean, we've seen this before. We saw this with over Stacy Keibler. We've seen this with Sable, where somebody's tried to come in and
there's a huge difference.
I would say Trish Stratus. Somebody's tried to come in and play the knight in shining armor, even though he's kind of a scuzz bucket.
There's a huge difference over each and every one of them. So let's go back. So we've got Stacy Keibler, it was Scott Steiner and Test. You have Sable, which was Mark Merrow. You go back to Trish Stratus, which is Chris Jericho and Christian. Mm-hmm. All 3 of those women are over. Alicia Fox isn't over. So what Vince, I can clearly see him think, oh, we'll use the veteran Alicia Fox, and then Alexander can get over, and Noam Dar can get over. Fox isn't over herself. So why are they using her as, like you said, and this isn't a derogatory remark here, as a prop? She is a prop being thrown around like the horse she is. And in the end of the day, she isn't over, so she won't help getting Alexander over, which won't help getting Noam Dar over as a heel.
Well, that's the thing. Alexander's already over.
He's not over. Literally, this is the noise that makes when Cedric Alexander comes out. People just looking at their programs.
Well, that's the sound that the crowd, everybody made it every minute of the show.
Yeah, it's just the thing is what annoyed me particularly about this, because this was a very good match. This was a 2.5-star match deducted to a 2-star match, in my book anyway. Literally, my book. You had Alicia Fox accompany Cedric Alexander. You had not Tony with Tony Nese. You had I'm blanking. Drew Gulak. God damn it! In a nice suit, by the way, accompanying his friend Tony Nese. Anyway, Alexander and Nese had pretty much your standard cruiserweight matches. Alexander showing some phenomenal agility. I like that little standing head scissors he does. There's one point where Gulak is like, hey, I'm not getting involved, and then he starts mouthing off to Alicia Fox, and then he just drops his jacket and falls down. And Alicia Fox, who
again, I know this is going to sound weird, but this is actually what happens. Alicia Fox didn't have her boots. She had like regular boots, not like zipped up. She was just like wearing them as absolutely loose as possible. One of her boots came off, and then Gulak started screaming at the ref, she hit me, she hit me. And Alicia Fox like, what are you talking about? And the referee just, sees, Alicia Fox holding one of her boots. She sees Drew Gulak down on the ground, and so she tosses Alicia Fox from the match. This provides a momentary distraction. Tony Nese hits like this brutal uppercut, gets the 3 count, and so Cedric Alexander goes to the back. Alicia Fox is frustrated, but Noam Dar comes in and says, hey, I know it's late, but I do have a Christmas present for you. And he hangs a piece of mistletoe over his head and leans over for a kiss where she slaps him. And Dar says, well, you know what? One deserves another. Does it again. She slaps him again, and he smiles and says, Merry Christmas to me. I did like the reaction from Austin Aries. It's like, I don't know if I can, appreciate his persistence or if I should be disturbed.
Dude, Austin Aries, I thoroughly enjoy his commentary, and I apologize about the lighting. I don't know why, but that light up there is shining me. Maybe it's me finding the light, and I'm going to fucking be gone soon. Like, literally, I am literally glowing. If you look, I'm actually glowing. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Because you're happy. You just saw Alicia Fox.
No, that doesn't make me happy. I don't see the appeal in her. The fact she's on the show upsets me a lot. It's meant to be the greatest cruiserweights in the world, as Triforce Award winner Mauro Ranallo should say. I don't have time for that shit. What is that like? I'm sorry. I'm going to try and lower this a little bit because I feel like I'm killing people. Still not bad. Unbelievable.
You're probably going to need to turn it that way.
Yeah, but I don't like going that way because then it's.
There you go.
Fucking hell. Jesus H. Christ. What's going on here? Yeah, this will have to do. Thanks, Dad, for fixing the lights, bell end.
All right. The show must go on here. Next, they did a pre-taped sit-down interview between Renee Young and Neville. And shame on me for thinking that Neville could not play a good heel. I think he did a great job. He talked about, people, making fun of him. They thought he was, they were playing, they were feeling sorry for him, and he felt like discriminated, particularly against, by Americans. He's the king of the cruiserweights. And he talked about Rich Swann, their history together in Japan, and, how Swann followed him around as a young boy. And then, Swann's not on his level, and it's like, you may think I'm small, but you know what? I can outlift anybody. I can outdo anybody in the gym. And by the way, he says, so this division will be a dawdle. What exactly does dawdle mean?
No clue. I generally don't know what that means. No one's ever said that to me in my whole entire life. Legit, no one's ever said that to me in my whole entire life. I had no clue what he was saying.
I know what doodling is and piddling is, but I don't know what dawdling is. But that's enough to me.
I know what doodling is, not what dawdling is. I've never heard the term dawdle in my whole entire life.
I guess maybe like waste time. I don't know. I don't know. If you're out there, you know what a dawdle is, please, or what dawdle is. Let us know here. But I think that was a great. Backstage segment. I think it was a good use of good use of Renee Young, good use of Neville, good use of backstage time to get everything set up for the next segment. So props to WWE all around.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. It wasn't the best thing that I've ever seen them do, but at least they're trying to progress the story of Neville being the heel. At least they've got that going for them. I just don't know here. It just, with this whole show, I don't know if you feel it, of just pure unimportance. Of just, it feels like I'm watching an episode of Main Event or Superstars.
The next we go to Mustafa Ali versus John Urnett. This match really didn't have a chance to get out of the gate because it looked to me, and I could be wrong here, it looked like John Urnett actually legitimately suffered an injury in this match. And God bless him, he kept going because it was right after like this crucifix maneuver. Ernest, I noticed he kept just grabbing his leg and the referee's like, "Do you want to stop?" And of course, Ernest's like, "No, let's just keep going, keep going." And to me, it looked like they just immediately rushed to the ending because he hit like an inverted DDT, and then Mustafa Ali did like a kind of like a version of like the shooting star press from the top rope, and he got the win. This was like a 2-minute match. It looked like they really cut a lot out of this. And then of course, Mustafa Ali gave a big babyface promo. It seems like maybe they were stalling for time. I don't know. I could be wrong. Then afterwards, I hope he's all right, but I think that was a good use of the segment.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that man was not injured. That man had to be severely fucked after that. It was horrible to watch. And respect to John Erner, like generally legit respect. He went out there. He legit. We owe me a beer. He legit went out there, knowing he was injured, knowing he was fucked up, and he still went on. He still continued. He went all throughout the match. Poor fucking Mustafa Ali hooked the fucking injured leg, which cracked me up. Like, he's like, "Oh, he's there injured. Oh, I'll fucking pull that leg up to cover." I thought that was funny. But in all seriousness, I hope the guy's all right. I respect the fact that he continued. He could have been a pussy and said stop. Hopefully he earns a bit of respect from Vince McCunt in the back, and hopefully he comes back with another shot because he deserves at least a chance.
Yeah, I think another chance to make another. I know the saying goes you only get one chance to make a good first impression. Well, at least show me that he wants to be there and he wants to do a good job, and he decided to suck it up and go through. So props to him for that. And I hope he gets another opportunity. Next, we go to the gentleman's duel. It is Jack Gallagher versus Arya Daivari. It looked like it was going to be a regular match, but there was a table set up with all various weapons there. They had, and so Gallagher explained to Daivari that since he's going to explain everything, that they could choose a weapon, and there was a frying pan, a rope, a pipe, an umbrella, a monkey wrench, a candlestick, and a tea kettle. And then he said, "Well, being a gentleman and not a scoundrel, I'll let Daivari go first. Pick your weapon." And so Daivari picked the pipe, and Gallagher picked the umbrella, and said that they were going to have to go back to back, take 5 paces turn, and then, start the duel. Daivari, they both turned back to back, but Daivari looked like he was going to try to do a sneak attack on Gallagher from behind, but Gallagher seemed to be waiting for it, ducked, and started using the umbrella as a weapon. Then Daivari used the table as a bit of a weapon, started getting the upper hand. But then Gallagher hit him in the midsection, kind of like the old Von Erich claw. Hit him with that stomach grab, and then did that vicious headbutt right to the sternum. This knocked Daivari out of the ring, and then I guess the referee, somebody called for the match because they said that Gallagher won via forfeit, or I never saw him give up. But I thought it was. I mean, this was comedy, which is fine, and I think it was done right. I really didn't have it. It wasn't painful. It wasn't painful to watch. But then again, I'm not English. You, sir, are the residential Englishman and authority in all things English. Was that something kind of like cringeworthy for you, or is that just, this is just all in good fun?
It was good fun. It was very, when I was watching, I felt like it was very stereotypical 1925s English. And that's Jack Gallagher. And I'm not going to take that away from him. I loved the umbrella. Like, it felt like a legit duel. It was funny. It was entertaining. It done the job. And it got the crowd fucking laughing. It got the crowd at least making some fucking noise. Done something right. Gallagher is charismatic as fuck. And when you look at him, he looks like he's going to be bland and stale. So for him to come out there and fucking blow them away with these promos is very, very good. And whoever's writing his verbiage... Mm-hmm. Decent job too. Decent. I enjoyed it. It was strange but funny, and weird but good. That's the best way to describe this segment.
Yeah, I enjoy. I think that might end up being one of the best segments of at least that I've seen with 205 Live, and especially tonight. Then we get to the main event. You have Rich Swann versus Neville. This was a non-title match.
Of course.
okay, let's just get, this is one of my pet peeves about professional wrestling. One of my pet peeves about professional wrestling is this, okay, you have to face the champion and then you have to beat the champion so that way you can get a championship match.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that just, yeah.
And at the same time as doing that, they always do a number one contenders match anyway. So why couldn't you have a ranking system or a number one contenders match or a battle? Don't do a battle or a gauntlet or a turmoil or do anything. Just don't do, and that's have, oh, if you beat the champion, you get a title match. Because then whenever you see a non-title match, it's like, oh, okay, the next pay-per-view match is Neville versus Rich Swann. How do you know that? Oh, well, it's Rich Swann versus Neville in a non-title match, and the champions never fucking win anymore.
Yeah,
when was the last time?
I know.
When was the last? The only champion that wins regularly that is in non-title is Roman Reigns because he's Samoan and has a penis, and Vince loves that. It's fucking horrible. I do agree.
And here's another thing, is I would have booked this totally differently. Here, I would have booked it. I would have had Neville win another match, just beat another beast. I mean, hell, he could have beat anybody. He could literally have beaten anybody else on the roster. Throw another babyface in there and have Neville beat that babyface, and then next week have him beat another babyface. Basically, since he's talking about he's going to be king of the cruiserweights, have him start mowing down all these babyfaces to get a title shot, and that way you save this match. You save Rich Swann versus Neville.
The dirty thing that WWE does a lot recently is give away something for free, what they're going to charge you for in a month's time. For instance, on Raw, I didn't watch it, but they gave away Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens for free, knowing that in a month's time, they want to charge you $9.99 to watch Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns fight. Now, you could say, oh, well, LKS for a title. Monday Night Raw, if I'm correct, is for the United States Championship. So that's not an excuse. And they do this all the time for like go-home shows. They give you the legit show, just non-title matches. Now, to some people, they're going to be like, oh, I just saw that match. Why would I fucking pay for it again? It's poor. It's poor writing. It's poor storytelling. It's lack of creativity. And like Chris Dejoseph said last week on the Lucha Underground show, where there's a good idea at the start of the table. By the time it goes down this desk, it goes to Vince. He goes, oh, change back again, and it's killing too many chefs in the kitchen, and it's killing the industry. Well, it's killing WWE anyway, not the industry. The industry's booming, but it's killing the WWE. Like, why would a paying customer of the network, now want to watch Neville and Rich Swann again? Like, can I guarantee you we'll get Neville versus Rich Swann again at least once before the Rumble? I can almost guarantee it.
Seems to be the only feud they're promoting, which is beyond me. But it was not. By the way, I do like Neville wrestling this heel style, because the only high-flying move that he does now is the Red Arrow. That's it. Everything else, I mean, he just took Swann apart, piece by piece by piece. Swann had some good sparks of offense. Like one, I like that where his opponent ducks down and he does like a full 360 flip in midair and he hits the ground running again. I love that, and I like that fantastic voyage that's I think it's like a kind of like a Falcon Arrow. It's kind of like a Michinoku driver. It's called the Fantastic Voyage.
When he has the leg hooked up in the air, then spikes him with the Michinoku driver. Yeah, that's a really nice move. That's a really nice move.
Yeah, but they
I like his Tiger Bomb as well.
Yeah, they told it. They told a great story because you had Neville completely working on Rich Swann's back, which caused Rich Swann to be slow going up the turnbuckles, getting to it slowed him down enough to where Neville could make a comeback and always just cut his legs out from under him. He eventually knocked him off the turnbuckle. He hit a superplex, and then I think he hit the Red Arrow there, but he got the win, and then he wasn't done yet. He hit him with some super kicks. He hit him with a released German suplex, and then 3 referees had to come in and break, pull them off. Rich Swann, he kept screaming, "Bring me my crown." Austin Aries was completely selling it, saying, I think this is going too far. You've already won the match.
Aries is just gold on this show every single week. Aries is when he finally becomes a cruiserweight on 205 Live, I'm gonna mark the fuck out, because if this guy's as great as he is fucking talking out of this world, and he is pretty much guaranteed a fucking commentary gig when he fucking hangs up the boots, because he's rocking on in age. He is guaranteed a commentary job because he's bloody brilliant on there. And yeah, it did end with the superplex from Neville, which is good psychology again. And I like the fact now that, you've got Neville, and to devil's advocate, at least we now know we got Neville versus Swann for the title. But I just wished, again, like you said, they could have done this so many different ways, and it's really annoying. It was a good match. It had great length. It was well paced. The crowd were non-existent and, quite frankly, dead, and a waste of time. You could have done that in an empty fucking building. It drove me up the fucking wall and pissed me the fuck off. If you are going to these events and not making noise, I don't know why you go. You hurt the show for everyone else watching. If the shit you're watching in the ring isn't good, don't make noise. When Reigns comes out, don't make noise. When a Neville versus Rich Swann are going in there and having great 20-plus minute matches, that's the time to make noise. That's how you're going to get these guys over. That's how then the next town they go to is, oh, okay, that was loud. Next town they go to, oh, that was loud. Boom, boom, boom. Here it's just, yeah. It's like me and Master Manton on the Roadblock End of the Line review. We were talking about the cruiserweights and how they should be like what they were back in WCW, where they were going out there, spot, finish, get to the back. And then the pay-per-view matches, excuse me, were the much longer, much more psychology-based matches. But the thing is now the crowd know and care who these people are because they just saw them in the Spot Fest. These guys need to go out there and have Spot Fests. Simple as that. They need to sell, but you can sell and have Spot Fest at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just really wish the crowd would have been a little bit more into it, and I just really wish they hadn't given this match away so soon.
Yeah, they shouldn't have given this away on. Yeah, well, it's not free TV because we're paying for the network, but at the same time, it's the weekly TV show, and why would I carry on and be excited for a match I've already watched? Imagine if at WrestleMania, Rock and Austin build at WrestleMania 17. Imagine how if the Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania 17, they gave you Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Imagine how pissed off you would be. Mm-hmm. That would never happen. What happened to the good old days where there used to be a number one contenders match or anything, like a decent story or an attack backstage or anything? Now it's just, okay, there's a one-on-one match, which means you're guaranteed to have a new freaking champion, and it pisses me the fuck off.
All right, you ready to take some live comments?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, Clifton Smithy, and thank you for watching. He says, is it me or does the show need a tag team championship? I would say no, not at this point.
They need to do something because I'm not saying it doesn't interest me. It's kind of like it's on, and I enjoyed the main event. I gave it 3 stars. So in this show, you had a 2-star opener and a 3-star main event, which isn't equaling a bad wrestling show. It's just the crowd are killing this. And watching people leave the building whilst watching it puts a bad vibe in the back of my brain anyway. And Gallagher's duel was brilliant. His promo was brilliant. This guy's going to be a star. I just feel the main event picture in the cruiserweights is always Neville, Perkins, Kendrick, Swann. No one else is included. Where the fuck's Grand Metalik? Where the fuck is Tajiri, who's debuting next week? Where the fuck is Akira Tozawa? Where the fuck are these people? You should be on here having 5-star matches every single week. Having spot fests that blow your mind. But instead they go out there and having 30-minute matches which the crowd don't give a fuck about, hence why they're leaving early. They just need to sort this shit out. And it's sad because I was mega excited for this 205 Live program, and they kind of let me down. Mm-hmm. Not the wrestler's fault. I stress not the wrestler's fault.
No, it's not. It's not the wrestler's fault. Do you think they should just be doing it the way they're doing it? Do you think they should maybe move it back to Full Sail, or they should do tapings? I mean, or do it before SmackDown?
I say do it before SmackDown because then you're gonna have a lively crowd no matter what. And the thing is, they're so obsessed with this time spot. Why can't they just do it before SmackDown live on the network? It's the fucking network. You can broadcast live whenever the fuck you want. It's your own network. It's 205. It's 205 live, not 205 at 9 p.m. live. Like, for crying out loud, can someone please get in Vince's ear, shove a cock in there or something, and say, look, the crowd are dead. They're killing this show. Let's have these crew dates on before. Excuse me.
And we look here. Let's see. I watch a lot of old NWA matches, and I love the crowds. These new fans that attend these shows suck with the chanting and attention seeking. I agree. If you're going to try to get the talent over, or if something's just god awful and you're trying to bring it to their attention, then yeah, that's fine. But when you start just like chanting Austin Aries for no reason in the middle of the match, it's actually halfway decent. Yeah,
Aries was there, like, you know what? I love the fact that they're chanting my name, but guys, there's a fucking wrestling match going on in the ring. Stop being imbeciles. Frustrating. Very frustrating. Has all the potential in the world to be a fucking magnificent program, and the people who are letting this show down aren't the wrestlers, and quite frankly, aren't even the writers. It's the fucking people watching it live, which is a damn travesty and a damn shame. And this show needs to be in a smaller building, in a small, like, if they can tape WWE, you don't understand how much money WWE make. Like, you can't comprehend. So the cost of just running in a smaller building where people are paying just to see 205 live every week, I would fucking go when they tour the UK and they go in a smaller building in London. I would go to a 205 live TV show. Like, what the fuck are they doing? Unbelievable. Imbecilic. But in the end of the day, it is what it is. 205 Live was a tie from me. Oh, I'm just excited to watch Lucha Underground later on tonight.
All right, and let's see. I think we got one more question here. It's from C. Medina. He says, I'm loving 205 Live, but getting tired of seeing the same guys every week. Where's Tozawa? Where's Grand Metalik? Where, and to a lesser extent, Ho Ho Loon?
Oh, dude, can we not question? Let's not see more of Ho Ho Loon. Once was enough.
Yeah, I know. Ho Ho Loon is like the weakest one of the bunch there, but Tozawa, I think he should be starting pretty soon because I believe he had to wrap up all his commitments in Japan, and the same thing with Metalik. I think he was working out his obligations in Mexico. I don't know.
They both finished because I know for a fact that Akira Tozawa's finished up because he had an emotional farewell on a Dragon Gate show, which loads of people gift. Metalik, I'm gathering he's finished, but they just need those two on there. Yeah, and the matches they're making are boring. Like, I don't mean to be horrible. Like, Cedric Alexander and Tony Nese had a good match. If that crowd was hot, that would have been fucking magnificent. So put that on before SmackDown, and you got a winner. Now, when we keep bashing on about the crowd, we're not bashing fans because it's not their fault they don't know who these people are. So it's very difficult. We're in a very difficult position because we don't want to bash the fans, but we don't want to bash the wrestlers because it's not their fault. It's so weird, the dynamic of this show. And it's weird. Like, it's great wrestling to quiet, or it's loud to shit wrestling on Mondays. I don't understand what the fuck is going on in this world. I don't get it. Unbelievable.
Don't either. Let me look. And no, we don't have any more live comments, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. I want to say thank you for checking us out live. Be here this time tomorrow night. We're going to review Lucha Underground with special guest co-host Vinny Massaro with Lucha Underground. Yes, he's the he got his arm broken by Pentagon Jr. in the first season. He's been seen most recently this season as he just wants to go to the bathroom. That's all he wants. He just wants to use the restroom.
How equivalent is it that the man who goes to the toilet a lot will be on the same show as the guy who made the toilet famous? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So be here and you can get all our updates. So be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We've got reviews coming out all the time. We've got a Monday Night Raw review in the can, SmackDown review in the can. We've got, I think, is TNA live this week?
No. There'll be no TNA review this week. I just did an IPW UK review, so check that out. Tomorrow we got Lucha Underground review. I'm not going to watch NXT because it's a recap show of the Japan.
NXT for the next few weeks. It's going to be like recaps of like what happened in Okinawa.
Yeah, so I'll be doing some. On Friday. I'm going to do some OTT wrestling review, which is over the top wrestling from Ireland, which featuring Ricochet versus Will Ospreay from last weekend, which I'm going to watch. And then I'm going to just do some loads of different reviews for you guys. So just stick around and just subscribe, hit the bell to know where we go live. Best way to be. Just hit subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll get a notification to your phone or laptop now when we go live. Best way to be.
All right, so thank you very much. And this is the Koco crew saying the boom just went bang, and I am out.